What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for me. Please hit the like button for me. Hitting that like button keeps my videos heavily within YouTube's algorithm. So I would appreciate it if you guys please hit the like button for me. Whether you hit it as soon as you enter the video or do it as you exit, whichever, please hit the like button for me. Anyway, this video is going to be about Marshall Mathers, better known as Eminem, and if he is misunderstood on my YouTube channel. Now, this video is stemming from a video that I made about Tyler the Creator and the problems with being a black edgelord. Um, so for y'all who don't know, I made a video discussing, how when Tyler the Creator posted a tribute to D'Angelo, who passed away almost 2 weeks ago, a lot of his fan base, they didn't care. They were indifferent to it. They didn't care about D'Angelo's passing. A lot of them were asking under a post that was dedicated to D'Angelo. A lot of Tyler the Creator's fans were saying, "Where's the new music? Where's the new album?" They really didn't give a damn that D'Angelo passed away. They were discarding him, and they just didn't care about him at all. And this is a black music icon in general. But to the black community, this is a legend it goes without saying. He was a legend well before he passed away. Seriously. So this is someone we've always held in high regard within our community. And Tyler the Creator's fan base didn't give a fuck about D'Angelo's passing. Not all of his fan base, but I want to say at least 50 to 60% of his fan base did not care. And I said a lot of this comes from Tyler the Creator displaying edgelord behavior at the beginning of his career, right? What is an edgelord? An edgelord is a person who says things and does things with the intention of insulting people or offending individuals. That is what they do. They say outlandish things, they say exaggerated stuff, they say off the wall, heinous stuff to be offensive on purpose, right? And I said that Tyler got a lot of these antics from Eminem earlier on in his career. During the Slim Shady LP, the Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem was on that edgelord behavior. He was an edgelord to the extreme. To the extreme. Like, he was the edgelord, and a lot of young white suburban kids gravitated to his music. One, because he looked like him, he looked like them, and he was speaking to a culture that was embraced in white suburbia and in white trailer parks as well. That edgelord behavior was embraced, but also in white suburbia, that was an embraced culture. And Eminem, he was what's the word I'm looking for? He not cultivated. Yeah, he embodied that type of persona. Seriously. And so when I said that in my video, some of my subscribers who are good people for sure, they said Eminem is really misunderstood on his channel, right? And let me just say this. I am well aware that Eminem is an ally within hip hop. Yes, he heavily pushes for a lot of the black legends in the genre. He is a big fan of them. He always champions these individuals. I've never said he didn't. I never said he didn't do that. I never said he didn't advocate for the young, for the legends in the game and all of that. I didn't say that he didn't uplift or uphold these legends on a high pedestal. I never said that he didn't. Definitely said he was an ally. I never said he was an. I don't know if I ever said he was an ally, but I didn't say that he wasn't an ally in hip hop. I never said that, right? I simply said that Eminem's music does not resonate with me. It never has. Only a few songs I like from Marshall Mathers. Lose Yourself, Cleaning Out My Closet, because it wasn't just I hate my mama, I hate her guts. It was explaining. I liked The Way I Am, because the rapping, the rhyming scheme was really dope on that. For real. And the hook was dope too. There was some other songs too that I liked as well, but it's not a whole lot is what I'm getting to. So it's some more songs that I like. I'm struggling to kind of think of them off the top of my head. But there are other songs that I like. But I just never was a big fan of his music. And I think it's okay for me to say that. I'm a black kid from the south side of Chicago. I don't have issues with my mother. I love my mother. Like, if I could do life all over again, I would pick my mother over and over again. So him hating his mother, that topic does not resonate with me. Um, I've never been a pill popping animal, a drug. I've never been a drug head in my life. So I don't resonate with that. Now, to be fair, Eminem is not the only rapper who raps about popping pills and taking drugs. That is a popular thing within hip hop music. He was the first one I remember. Like, no, him and Three Six Mafia too. Three Six Mafia was on that pill popping stuff too. But yeah, I don't resonate with themes of him wanting to do things grotesque to his mother, unaliving her, graping his mother. That was just something that just in black culture, doing something like that is just so taboo. Even black men who don't have the best relationships with their mother, they still don't speak like that about their mom, right? Him when I heard songs like Kim, I was like, yo, this is just not for me. There was something reminiscent of something I think would be displayed in death metal. I am not a death metal fan. So wanting to mutilate the body of your child's mother or your wife is just not something that appeals to me. It's just not, right? And you can call me hypocritical because I just mentioned that Eminem talked about pill popping and I wasn't into that, but I still listened to some other rappers that talked about it, probably because they talked about things that I could more relate to. And Eminem talked about struggling, but he talked about struggling in trailer parks, which is a little different than struggling in project housing a little bit to me, maybe. And then I guess the themes of the music too, like he was sprinkling how much he hated his mother, how much he hated his girlfriend, and his baby mama, and it was not even just a regular I can't stand her. It was like I want to put her in a trunk and tie her up and duct tape her mouth. Those things just was just so like obscure and so like it was very, very, very dark. And again, I know I can be a hypocrite because I can listen to rappers talking about shooting an AK-47 on the block at somebody and toting a Draco and all of that. I can listen to Styles P and Jada Kiss and the Locks and all of that. But I guess where some of those things it kind of didn't feel like something that was just so far fetched for me because I grew up in a lot of rough neighborhoods in Chicago, right? I wasn't no street dude at all. I was a school kid, but it was street dudes around me. I had street dudes in my family. I went to school with dudes that were street dudes. I went to school with dudes who hustled, had family members who hustled, etc. You know what I mean? So it wasn't far fetched for me to hear those type of things in these songs, right? And still, some of these artists still spoke to black upliftment, like Nasir Jones. He still spoke about the love of hip hop, Common, Chicago's own. So again, it was those I can still relate to those artists in ways that I felt like I couldn't relate to Eminem. Now I know that Eminem has made introspective records and he's made songs like Lose Yourself and songs that like Mockingbird and stuff like that. But even then, like them songs was cool. I still wasn't pulled into the songs probably because I've never really cared for Eminem's voice either. That's probably another problem. I've never really cared for his voice. Kind of like a lot of people don't care for Big Sean's voice, etc. His voice is something that's kind of I never really cared for his voice that much. It was certain songs that I really could listen to it and really tolerate it, and some I could not. So I do like Superman, and this song was very crazy, but something about that song I kind of did like. Um, but it was a lot of his music I just did not like. I never gravitated to his music. I never wanted to put Eminem in my CD player at the house. I never wanted to go to the mall and buy Eminem CD out of FYE for your entertainment. I never wanted. Oh, what's the other music stores we used to go to that sold CDs? You know what I mean? I never was moved to buy an album of his. And when I say that, I know it's offensive to people who love him. I mean, it just was not for me. Can he rap? Yeah, but again, yeah, a lot of it just wasn't my thing. And then sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people got caught up into the fact that sometimes he would rap fast because shout out to my white folks on this channel. A lot of white folks love that fast flow. That's they shit. If you rap fast, they gravitate to that. They love that. There's a lot of rappers that rap fast that don't be saying nothing. But Twister, he be saying something. Crazy Bone was saying something. I love them when they fast rap. There's a lot of people that just do that just to distract you from the fact they're not saying shit at all, right? But yeah, they like the fact that he did the double time flow and stuff like that. And then Eminem would get into this point where he would just say a lot of big words that rhyme and wasn't really saying nothing at times. He would rhyme words together, but it really wasn't saying really nothing on a song, just rhyming big words together. And I'm like, yeah, he got into that bag too. I'm in a 4 doors and a 4 horse, riding the corridors with 4 horse and 4 mores. We eating s'mores all across the floors. Going to the store. It's like, yeah, that it's not for me. I know people gonna get mad at that, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. That's life. This is Walgreens. But anyway, no, man, he was the poster child for that edgelord behavior, and that edgelord shit, it just never appealed to me. He was the poster child for kids who wanted to stick their middle finger up every single time. And kids that if you wanted to say I have a black friend, if you had a black friend, you kind of a lot of them white kids envisioned themselves as Eminem, who was cool with Dr. Dre. I got a black friend. I'm Eminem too. It's kind of those type of things, But it's just his music never moved me, man. His music never spoke to my soul the way Nas music spoke to my soul, the way Jay-Z music spoke to my soul, the way Pac music spoke to my soul, the way Tip's music spoke to my soul, the way Outkast music spoke to my like man, what? My entire being. Like, yeah, I just, and it's just me. There's a lot of people who love Marshall Mathers, but again, I never said he wasn't an ally. I stumbled over it at the beginning of the video. I never said he wasn't an ally. I never said, he was horrible for hip hop, but I will say this. While he is an ally to hip hop music, probably 50% of Eminem's fans are not allies to hip hop music. A lot of them only listen to him. And not only do they only listen to him, the way they trash black rappers. Like if you say somebody better than Eminem, they will say Jay-Z ain't shit. Nas, they will act like Nas. They will act like Nas ain't shit to put Eminem at the top. And there's no way you can love hip hop and say that. There's no way you can love hip hop and say Nas ain't it, or act like Nas ain't ish, or act like Big wasn't nice on the mic, or act like like the way they will downplay other black artists to keep him at the pinnacle. You can say he's your favorite. You can say he's the best. Just don't act like Jay-Z just was spitting garbage and trash. They will sit up here and act like he spit garbage and trash. And to this day, I'm still mad at Nasir Jones for saying on Ethan he was trying to offend Jay-Z in the biggest way possible. So I get that. But when he said Eminem murdered him on his own song, Eminem's fan base took that and ran with that shit. And I despise that. Because no, he did not. He did not murder him on his own song. Let's cut that out. Eminem got off on there. He did. He got off on Renegade. But Jay had the more realistic verse, rapping about real life stuff that resonated with us in the ghettos of America. Let's be for real, man. Jay was talking real rap, man. To say embodied him, and they run with that, and they always use that as a way. How can Jay-Z be better than Eminem when he killed him on his own song? Jay-Z's garbage. He's fluff. I'm like, man, get up out of here. For real. And when you say you don't like Eminem, they always accuse you of liking mumble rap. No. Listen to Nas. I listen to Jay-Z. I grew up listening a lot to the Locks. Come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? I grew up listening to Outkast is my favorite hip-hop group of all time. What do you mean? Like, mumble rap? What? I grew up listening to Scarface. T.I., one of the most lyrical rappers from the South. Tip really top 2 or 3 lyricists from the South ever. If we being real, and people don't want to give him credit, because he has songs like You Can Have Whatever You Like, but that's not Tip. Listen to Tip's discography. front to back. Since Tip was 20, 21 years old, I'm serious. Rapping, 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 rapping. Lyrically, storytelling, introspective records, club records, dope selling records, right? Records about life and his mistrials and tribulations, him getting another girl pregnant while he was already in a relationship, getting his best girl that was his best friend pregnant while he was already in a relationship with a woman that had already had 2 kids with her. Talking about like still ain't forgave myself. Them real rap records, man. Just doing my job. But doing my job. Like, come on, man. Like, so when people be like, oh, they try to act like if you listen to if you don't like Eminem, you only listen to mumble rap. That's BS, bro. I listen to real rap all day, every day. Now, do I listen to some drill rap occasionally? Do I listen to some party rap? Of course, I do listen to that too. Not even just occasionally. I listen to some drill rap for sure, but I also listen to real introspective lyricism, 100%. And just because I don't favor Eminem does not mean I don't like real rap music. You only like, that's their biggest insult. You say you don't like Eminem, of course you like that mumble rap. You like Lil Yachty. You like Lil Pump. I don't know one Lil Pump song in my motherfucking life. I can't name you none of the songs from no Tekashi said. All I know is Gummo from Tekashi 69. I don't even know none of them other songs. None. So I just wanted to address that though. They like Eminem is misunderstood on this channel. Nah, I get it. It's just not for me. It's not for me. All that mutilation, come on. That stuff not for me. Even spitting on your onion rings. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of comedic rap like that, really. Ludacris, I like Luda, and it's because Luda was part of my childhood and he had a lot of club bangers. But I'm not the biggest fan of like comedic rap like that. It's just, I like it at times, but it's a hit or miss for me. So when I hear my bum is on your lips, my bum is on your lips. Hi kids, do you like violence? Want to see me stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? No, like what? That shit is shit like that. That's not for me. Like what? I remember hearing that as a kid. Like no. Like what he say? I smacked him in the face with an eraser, chased him with a stapler, and stapled his nuts to a stack of paper. Like that. Just if I was a rapper, that's just not. That's nothing I would say. That's just not something I would say personally. You know, that don't move me. The same way when I hear again, my bum is on your lips, my bum is on your lips, and spitting on your onion rings. It didn't really move. I didn't gravitate to that, and a lot of people in the hoods that I come from, we didn't gravitate that in general. Now, it was some kids in Chicago that listened to Eminem, but a lot of them were also they were alternative young black kids. You know, a lot of them were, or a lot of them were heavily into anime. You know, anime had emo themes all in there. And at times, Eminem can get on that emo vibe. Now, it's anime kids that didn't like Eminem for real, and kids who didn't watch anime that liked Eminem. But I'm just saying, some correlation between the two groups, and I've said that before. And I like some anime. I like Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Inuyasha, Dragon Ball Z. It's probably as far as it went for me. I didn't get into now. I never seen one episode of Naruto or nothing like that. But again, Eminem's kind of is getting into that Lil Uzi Vert vibe a little bit sometimes to me. It's just a little too far for your boy. But yeah, man, I don't misunderstand him. It's just not for me. Like when I hear, "Hi, my name is," that's just something I think will be playing in a tavern, not something that would be playing at the block party, at the fish fry, at the Labor Day barbecue at Grandma and them house. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be playing that. I don't know too many Eminem. We're not playing no Eminem songs at them functions. Because again, his experiences and life experiences does not really transfer to a lot of our experiences. Now, black people are not monolithic. I'm going to say that we are not monolithic. We do not all have the same experiences. We do not all grow up in the hood. We do not all grow up struggling. And that's great. I'm glad that there's a lot of black people who don't have that story because hell, I wish I lived in the suburbs and had a big house and big mansion and pool, swimming pool and all of that. I wish I didn't have to grow up around the BDs and the GDs and Blackstones and the Vice Lords and stuff like that, but that was my reality. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being black and not being from the hood at all. Like, it's really dope, But even when black people who don't grow up in the hood, we still have some transferable experiences. Whether you black and when you black and you didn't grow up in the hood or you did, and a lot of times Eminem music didn't necessarily speak to certain black experiences all the time. Now, granted, there were black people who had terrible mothers, black people who had mothers who were drug addicts, etc. I'm not saying that, but it's just some of that in the sound of the music. It was missing soul. It was soul missing out of that music. It was missing some, that umph that you get when you heard Nas, when you heard Outkast, when you heard Jadakiss, when you heard Scarface. Hell, even when you heard Nappy Roots, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a different type of you felt in your spirit and your soul sometime when you would hear that versus Eminem. And that's why his music is not played at our functions, black functions like that, at the fish fry, the cookout, the block party, the Labor Day barbecue, Memorial Day barbecue, none of that. Because again, it just ain't. Yeah, even songs by Jay-Z, you can hear Big Pimpin' playing at the block party. People like Jay-Z's music isn't played like that with black folk. Man, you gonna hear Big Pimpin'. You know what I'm saying? Let's be for real. You gonna hear I Just Wanna Love You, aka Give It To Me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. But don't bullshit me. You gonna hear that. When the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling will I did some, or Can I Get Her? You gonna hear Can I Get Her? Can I Get Her? Yeah. Oh man, but I just wanted to clear that up because it's like I don't hate Marshall Mathers. I don't. It's just I recognize what's for me and what's not for me. Hobson's music is not for me. And I know that. Danny Brown's music, not for me. These are two black artists, so it's not just he's white. Just the subject matter. Danny Brown want to talk about Adderall all day. I don't like Danny Brown's voice. No. Hobson, another one of them edgelord dudes. I do not want to hear that. No, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. And Randy Jackson's voice. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. I almost said Randy Watson. Sexual chocolate. I almost said that real quick. But yeah, man, them black artists, I don't listen to their music. I don't want to hear that. And again, it's not because he's white, because I can listen to Paul Wall sitting sideways. Oh, that's my shit. His verse on Drive Slow, immaculate. Verse on Grill's phenomenal. Still Tipping, yes. Paul Wall, girl. That was me and my homie. That was our joint, boy. What? So it ain't because he's white. It's just the subject matter and his voice. But I do recognize him as an ally. I'm saying, even though, we know them songs he made about black girls at the beginning of his career. He said that shit about the black girls and all that, and them racist tapes that came out. Those do exist. But he redeemed himself in the eyes of some, with the allyship that he's shown within hip hop and pushing forward Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and his homies from D12 and all of that, and making up with Royce the 5'9" and pushing Royce to the forefront. Royce got a song called I'm the King. Phenomenal. I always like Royce better than M2, but M just not for me. That's all I'm saying.